Hello everybody, good evening and welcome. My name is Joshua Mason and I'm the Creative Director here at Inspirations Theatre Company, and it is my pleasure to welcome you along to this musicals quiz night, all for fun, just to test your musical theatre knowledge as part of our April lockdown quarantine activities that we are running here at Inspirations, completely free and open to all to get involved. If you want to find out more about Inspirations Theatre Company, what we do, and want to find out more about the activities that we're running while we are still unable to be face-to-face rehearsing or putting on live performances, then do feel free to get in touch with us using the details here on the screen. You can call, text or WhatsApp us 07584 635932. Email us inspirationstc.email@gmail.com or visit our website yitc.yolasite.com, where you can find out lots about our previous productions, about our fantastic volunteer team, and there's also a contact us form on there as well. But most importantly, make sure that you're following us across all of our social media networks. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube. Find all of our profiles at Inspo Theatre. Now, we're really excited because recently we've just submitted a brand new lockdown video performance to be used as part of the Chesterfield Together virtual concert that's being organised by Chesterfield Borough Council. So, as soon as we know when that is going to be going out on the internet waves, we will of course let you know so that you can see that fantastic performance that's been put together by some of our junior and senior members here at Inspirations, that has all been rehearsed, recorded and edited completely remotely to make sure that our members can carry on performing and enjoying what they love, but staying as safe as possible. Now, like I say, tonight we're going to be doing another musicals quiz night, which have been really popular in the past, and we're going to be encouraging you to get involved and comment along with us as well. So, you want to make sure that you've clicked on the link in the description of this video to be taken to your online answer form. Pop in all of the required information and then you'll be all ready to go. Equally, if you'd rather just play along using good old-fashioned pen and paper, then you are welcome to do that too. And if you're playing along online, it may be good to have a backup with a pen and paper where you're just jotting down your answers so that you can self-mark at the end as well. Now, this is going to be the last quarantine activity that we're running in April, which means tomorrow, Sunday the 25th, we're going to be announcing what our May quarantine activities are. So again, make sure that you're staying tuned to all of those social media pages for the latest and greatest updates. Now, like I say, we would love to hear from you tonight, so if you're using the online form, please do give us a shout out. We would love to know whereabouts in the world you're tuning in from and what your favourite musical character is. Equally, if you're using pen and paper, then again, please do comment along with our live video. Pop a comment below letting us know who you are, where you are, what your favourite musical character is, and also please get involved with the emojis. So if you are certain of the answer, then put a nice green tick emoji. If you have absolutely no idea, a red cross emoji, and if you think you've got an idea but you're not too sure, put the confused face emoji, and we'll be asking you for some additional ones as we go through as well. So, hopefully you have now got your online form ready to go and you are ready and waiting to the start of the quiz. This is just letting you know, like I say, we are releasing those quarantine activities tomorrow, so make sure that you do stay tuned in so that you can get involved, because we have loads of fantastic activities coming up. So, let's get straight into today's musical theatre quiz for Saturday the 24th of April. We are starting with round 1, general musical theatre knowledge, and your first question is: which musical is based on the series of children's books written by P.L. Travers? Matilda, School of Rock, Mary Poppins, The Lion King. Question 1. Which musical is based on the series of children's books written by P.L. Travers? Matilda, School of Rock, Mary Poppins, The Lion King. Again, don't forget about our emoji involvement. So if you know the answer, nice big green tick in the comments below. If you have absolutely no idea, give us a red cross. And if you've got an idea, you think you might know, put the confused thinking emoji down below. We would love to hear from you this evening. Moving on to question number 2. What is Elphaba's surname? Dillamond, Throp, Upland, Tigular. So, question number 2. What is Elphaba's surname? Dillamond, Throp, Upland, Tigular. Again, don't forget, a green tick, red cross, confused emoji's face, and also for anybody who is a massive Wicked fan, I would love to see a green heart emoji in the comments below, and let me know who your favourite Elphaba is. So a green heart and who your favourite Elphaba is. For me, I think the original Idina Menzel, who originated the role, absolutely fantastic. But my personal favourite Elphaba was the Elphaba that I saw when I first saw the show live, which was Rachel Tucker. I love a bit of Rachel Tucker, and I was lucky enough to go and see her in Come From Away as well when she was playing Beverly Bass. So yeah, there you are. That's my favourite Elphaba from Wicked, but who is yours if you're a Wicked fan? Let me know in the comments below. While we move on to question number 3. Which 2 shows celebrated their 20th anniversary in 2019? Was it Mamma Mia and the Lion King, Thriller and the Phantom of the Opera, The Lion King and Les Miserables, or Matilda and Thriller? So, question number 3. Which 2 shows celebrated their 20th anniversary in 2019? Mamma Mia and the Lion King, Thriller and the Phantom of the Opera, The Lion King and Les Miserables, Matilda and Thriller. Hello to anybody who may only just be tuning in. Welcome. This is the Musicals Quiz Night presented live here at Inspirations Theatre Company with the creative director, Joshua Mason. You can still get involved with this quiz. All you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video to be taken to your online answer form. Fill in all the required information and then you can rewind this video and catch up on any questions that you have missed. We are still in our first round and we are moving on to question number 4. And Juliet uses the music of which songwriter? Bryan Adams, Jim Steinman, Elton John, or Max Martin? Question number 4. And Juliet uses the music of which songwriter? Bryan Adams, Jim Steinman, Elton John, or Max Martin? Of course, we have the tragic news, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, that Jim Steinman has unfortunately passed away. So our condolences go out to him and all of his family and friends. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. In Phantom of the Opera, what is the occupation of Christine's late father? Was he a singer, a cellist, a dancer, or a violinist? Question number 5. In Phantom of the Opera, what is the occupation of Christine's late father? Was he a singer, a cellist, a dancer, or a violinist? And remember, don't forget to get involved with our emojis. So if you know the answer, put a green tick in the comments below. If you don't know the answer, you have no idea, put a red cross. And if you think you know, but you're not 100% sure, put the thinking emoji in the comments below. And also, don't forget to put down there, if you're not doing the online form and haven't left us a shout out, we would love to know who you are, where in the world you are, and what your favourite musical theatre character is. Again, pop it in the comments below. We would love to read them out and say hello to you as you play along. Let's move on to question number 6 in our first round, which is a question on the musical 6. Which 6 Queens featured song is Don't Lose Your Head? Jane Seymour, Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Anna of Cleves. Question 6. Which 6 Queens featured song is Don't Lose Your Head? Jane Seymour, Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Anna of Cleves. Have we got any 6 fans with us tonight? If so, put me a crown emoji in the comments below and let me know what your favourite song is. As we move on to question number 7, who wrote the music and lyrics for Matilda? Dan Gillespie Sells, Tim Minchin, Marlowe and Moss, Andrew Lloyd Webber. So, question number 7. Who wrote the music and lyrics for Matilda? Dan Gillespie Sells, Tim Minchin, Marlowe and Moss, or Andrew Lloyd Webber? If you're only just tuning in, then don't worry, you can still get involved and test your musicals knowledge. All you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video to be taken to your online answer form, fill in all the required information, and then you can rewind this video and catch up on any questions that you've missed. Equally, feel free to just play along using good old-fashioned pen and paper. We're still on our first round, which is general musicals knowledge, and we are moving on to question number 8. Where does Elder Price want to be sent to for his mission in the Book of Mormon? Missing a question mark there. If there's any grammar police, I apologise. Is it Paris, Oslo, Orlando, or London? Question number 8. Where does Elder Price want to be sent to for his mission in the Book of Mormon? Paris, Oslo, Orlando, or London? Oh, we've got some ticks coming through from Mel. It's lovely to have you playing along with us again, Mel. And I'm glad that you know some of the answers. That's fantastic. So please do get involved like Mel. If you know the answers to these questions, give us lots of green ticks. If you really have no idea and are struggling on a particular question, give us a red X. And if you think you know but you're not too sure, give us that thinking emoji. We are moving on to question number 9. What is the first name of the woman Hamilton has an affair with? Angelica, Maria, Peggy, or Susan? Question number 9. What is the first name of the woman Hamilton has an affair with? Angelica, Maria, Peggy, or Susan? Right, so we are moving on to the final question of this round. Question number 10. Which of the following do you need to do in order to be considered an honorary Newfoundlander? Feed a moose, do a shot of Screech, land a somersault, kiss a fish. So, question number 10. Which of the following do you need to do in order to be considered an honorary Newfoundlander? Newfoundlander. Feed a moose, do a shot of screech, land a somersault, or kiss a fish. Again, don't forget about your ticks, your crosses, your confused face emojis in the comments below. Let's see how you are all doing. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly recap all of those questions to make sure that you've got an answer for every single one. So, this is your round one recap. Starting with question number 1. Which musical is based on the series of children's books written by P.L. Travers? Matilda, School of Rock, Mary Poppins, The Lion King. Question 2. What is Elphaba's surname? Dillamond, Throp, Upland, Tigular. Question number 3. Which 2 shows celebrated their 20th anniversary in 2019? Was it Mamma Mia and the Lion King, Thriller and the Phantom of the Opera, The Lion King and Les Miserables, or Matilda and Thriller? Question number 4 in your round 1 recap. And Juliet uses the music of which songwriter? Bryan Adams, Jim Steinman, Elton John, Max Martin. Question number 5. In Phantom of the Opera, what is the occupation of Christine's late father? Was he a singer, a cellist, a dancer, or a violinist? Question number 6. Which 6 Queens featured song is Don't Lose Your Head? Jane Seymour, Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, or Anna of Cleves? Question number 7. Who wrote the music and lyrics for Matilda? Dan Gillespie Sells, Tim Minchin, Marlowe and Moss, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Question number 8 in your round 1 recap. Where does Elder Price want to be sent to for his mission in the Book of Mormon? Paris, Oslo, Orlando, London? Number 9. What is the first name of the woman Hamilton has an affair with? Angelica, Maria, Peggy, Susan? And finally, question number 10. Which of the following do you need to do in order to be considered an honorary Newfoundlander? Feed a moose, do a shot of screech, land a somersault, kiss a fish. And that is the end of our round 1 recap. So hopefully you've got 10 out of 10 so far. Let me know in the comments how well you think you're doing so far. Do you think you've got 10 out of 10? 8 out of 10? 4 out of 10? How are you doing? Let me know in the comments below. We are moving on to our second round, which is our emojis round. People have been loving these in the past, so I hope that you have another run of success guessing the musicals from the following emojis. So here comes the first one. So, name the show from the emojis. So, we've got a blue square with a white arrow in it pointing up. We've then got a building that's got a clock on it, double doors at the front, and then we've got 3 notes. 3 notes. Music notes. So, name the show. And again, don't forget to be giving me your ticks, your crosses, or your confused faces in the comments below. We would love to know if you're getting these answers or if you're struggling, because maybe we can offer some additional clues if we know you're struggling. Ooh. Teasing you now with potential clues. Let's move on to number 2, where again, you simply need to name the show from the emojis. So here we have got 3 of the same emoji. They're furry friends. We have them as pets of the feline nature, and they've all just got different expressions on their faces. So, name the show. And let's have a look at number 3. So again, all you have to do is name the show from the emojis. So this time we've got, it looks like a boy who's got his hands above his head. There's then a red boxing glove. And then there's a pair of ballet shoes. Okay. So just name the show. Some more green ticks coming in from Melanie. That's brilliant to see, Mel. I know that you've had a lot of success with the emojis round in the past, so hopefully you can have another good run of them this week. Fingers crossed for you. Again, everybody else, please feel free to let me know how you're getting on. All you need to do is use those green ticks if you know the answers. The red cross emoji if you're really struggling and aren't too sure. Or if you think that you know it and you're going to give it a good guess, then give us the confused face emoji. Also, anybody who may only just be tuning in, welcome! This is the Musicals Quiz Night, presented live at Inspirations Theatre Company by the creative director, Joshua Mason. It's lovely to welcome you along, and you can still get involved with this quiz. All you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video to be taken to your online answer form, fill in all the required information, and then you can rewind this video and catch up on any questions that you've missed. We're currently on round 2, which is our emojis round. Equally, if you just want to grab a pen and paper and play along the traditional way, then that's fine too. But we would love to give you a shout out, so make sure you let us know in the comments below who you are, whereabouts in the world you're from, and what your favourite musical character is. We're moving on to number 4 in our emojis round, where again, all you need to do is name the show from the emojis. So, we have got an X, and then we have a number 1. So, name the show from the emojis. An X, a cross, and the number 1 that's in a square. Name the show. Let's move on to number 5. And again, all you have to do is name the show from the emojis. So what have we got? It looks like we've got a foot. So an emoji of a foot. And then we have 2 identical emojis, which are both toilets. White toilets. Maybe that makes a difference, I don't know. But they're 2 white toilets. Again, just name the show from the emojis. And please let us know how you're finding the questions. Give us a green tick if you are getting the answer straight away. A red cross if you're struggling a little bit, because maybe we can offer you some hints and tips. Or if you think you know but you're not too sure, give us that confused emoji. And again, we'll see if we can maybe help you out. Right, we're moving on to number 6. Name the show from the emojis. And what have we got? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 identical emojis in a row of a lady who looks like she's dressed in wedding attire. She's got a veil and looks like a white dress on. And then we've also got 7 identical emojis of some men who are all the same. They've got straw hats on. Maybe they're farm workers or land workers of some description, but they're all the same. So 7 women, 7 men. Some more green ticks coming in from Mel, which is brilliant to see. Congratulations, Mel. Hopefully you've got 6 out of 6 so far. As we move on to our 7th emoji question, which again, all you have to do, name the show. So we've got a camera that looks like it's taking a photo. And we've got the big light that we get, the big bulb. And then it looks like we've got a lady doing the flamenco or moving in some way. Doing some choreography. So name the show from those emojis. If you're struggling, some of these will probably do the answers and you'll kick yourself and you'll be like, ah, of course it's that. Of course it's that. Right, let's move on to question number 8. Oh, there we go. Where again, guess what? All you have to do is name the show from the emojis. So here we've got an older gentleman, an older gentleman's face. We've got a violin. And then we've got what looks like a cityscape. Probably on the top of the city, maybe looking around, looking down. Yeah, the tops of buildings, I would say. And again, you just have to name the show. And we've got a couple more in this round to go, so I hope that you're doing well so far. Anybody who's only just tuning in, you can still get involved. All you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video to be taken to your online answer form, fill in all the required information, and then you can rewind this video and catch up on any questions that you've missed, or equally, grab a pen and a piece of paper and play along the traditional old-fashioned way as well. We're going to be going through all the answers at the end, so you will be able to self-mark and find out how well you have done. We are in our second round, all about emojis, and we're moving on to our penultimate question, where guess what you have to do, everybody? Yeah, you have to name the show from the emojis. And here, we've got a big cat with a mane, and then we've got a crown. So we've got one of the big cats from nature who has a mane, lots of fur around his head, and then we've got a crown next to him as well. Okay, so then let's move on to our final question, where of course you have to name the show from the emojis. What have we got this time? We have got a hand that's got its little finger and its index finger pointing up, and all the other fingers are all tightly scrunched together. We've then got a zombie, and then we've got the theatre masks. So the happy mask and the sad mask. That's the emojis that we've got here. And all you have to do is name the show from that. So, just like with the first round, what we're going to do is give you a recap of all of those 10 emoji questions in round 2 so that you can make sure that you've got an answer for each and every one of them. So the first one, number 1, name the show. We've got an up arrow, a building with a clock, and 3 music notes. Question number 2, we've got 3 feline faces, all with different expressions. Name the show. Number 3, we've got a boy with his arms over his head, a red boxing glove, and a pair of ballet shoes. Number 4, we've got a cross and then a number 1 in a box. Then number 5, we have got a foot and then 2 white toilets. Name the show. Number 6, we've got 7 women all dressed in wedding dresses and veils. And then we've got 7 men all dressed exactly the same with hats. And they look like they might be land workers or farmers or something of that ilk. Then we've got number 7, where it looks like we've got a camera taking a photo and we've got the bulb and the light coming from the camera. And then we've got a lady doing a samba or some type of movement or choreography as well. All you have to do is name the show. Number 8, we've got the face of an old gentleman, a violin, and then the tops of buildings in a town, a village, or a city. Penultimately, number 9, we've got one of the big cats in the animal kingdom that has a mane, and then there is a crown next to them. Just name the show, that's all you have to do. And finally, number 10, we've got an emoji where the little finger and the index finger are extended on a hand, but that the other 3 are clenched tight in a fist. We've got a zombie, and we've got the theatre masks, so the smiley face mask and the sad mask. For all of those, just name the show. That means that we only have 1 round left to do, which is our picture round. So, all you have to do is name the performer. And we please need their first name and their last names. So, this is a picture taken from a theatre, a musical production that featured this performer. All you have to do is tell me the name of this performer, their first name and their surname. Don't forget to be giving me your green ticks, your red crosses, or your confused emojis, because if we can help you out with some additional clues, then of course we will do. Right, let's look at number 2, where again, all you need to do is name the performer. Again, we need their first name and their last name. Again, happy to hand out some additional clues if anybody wants to give me a red cross or a confused face in the comments. I can try and help you out. Or maybe you're like, Josh, I don't need any help. I have got this. Be really proud and put a big green tick in the comments below so that we know and we can give you a big shout out for being amazing. Just another couple of seconds to look at this picture and hopefully decipher who this performer is. Right then, let's look at number 3. Now, this time, we want you to name the character. So again, this is a picture taken from a live production of a musical. We don't want you to tell us what the musical's called. We don't want to know what song you think they're singing. We don't want to know the name of this performer. What we want to know is the character's name. What is this character called in the script of this show? So name the character. Oh, Mel's saying I can never remember performers' names. Oh, don't worry, Mel. I know it's always, I think trying to remember performers' names is always the most difficult one that we do on here. But don't worry. If you've done as well on the emojis round and the other ones where you've given us your green ticks, I'm sure you're still going to have a fantastic score. Right, let's have a look at number 4 in our picture round, where again, we are asking you to please name the character. So again, this is a picture of a character in a production of a particular show. And all you have to do is tell us what their character name is. Again, for the characters, if you can give us first names and last names, that is ideal. However, we will give you some flexibility with the character names. If you can only give us their first name, we will accept that. Only for the characters, though. For performers' names, we do need their first name and their surname. Okay? You can't have it too easy now, can you? There has to be some challenge. And then for number 5, all you have to do here is name the show. This is the last question of the quiz, the last question of this round. And all you have to do is tell us the name of the show. What's the name of this show that this picture has been taken from? You may see some very familiar faces here. So make sure you have a real close look at it. Right, so just like with all the other rounds, we're going to give you a quick recap of round 3 picture round. So you can make sure that you've got an answer down for every single question. Give yourselves the best chance of getting the most points possible. If you put nothing down, you can only score nothing. Whereas if you put a guess down, you may score something. So, the first couple of questions, you need to name the performer. We need their first names and their surnames, please. Name the performer. And that's the same for number 2. Please name the performer. First and last name, don't forget. And then we move on to number 3, where we're asking you to name the character. Again, if you can give us first names, last names, that'd be brilliant. But for the characters, we will just accept their first names as well. So, name the character here. And that is exactly the same with number 4. Name the character. If you can do first and last names, brilliant. If not, and you can only do the first name, we will accept that as well. But name the character. And then finally, the last question of the round is to please, from this picture, name the show. Which show has this picture been taken from? And that's it. Congratulations, you have got through our musicals quiz night. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes to make sure that you are 100% happy with your answers and that you've got something down for each question. You can then make sure that you've either submit your answers form if you're playing along online, jotted down all of your answers so that you can mark yourselves, and get ready for the answers, which will be coming up in a couple of moments' time. While you're waiting, remember to please give us a comment in the video below, letting us know who you are, where you're playing from, and what your favourite musical theatre character is if you haven't done it in the shout-outs as part of the online form. And also, let us know how you think you've done. The quiz is out of 10, 25. So how have you done? Have you got 25 out of 25? 20? 15? Let us know in the comments below, and we will see you back here very, very soon. Right, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you are now ready to go through these answers. You've submitted your online form, you've got everything written down, ready for you to be able to self-mark, and we are good to go. Just going to refresh on my end, see if we have got any shout-outs or anything that need doing. Let's have a look. No shout-outs here. Let me see if there's any on here. None there either, but that's fine because that means we can get straight into the answers. So everybody, let's go through the round 1 general knowledge questions to start with. Here come the answers. So number 1, which musical is based on the series of children's books written by P.L. Travers? Mary Poppins. It was Mary Poppins. Question number 2. What is Elphaba's surname? It's Throp. Elphaba Throp is the Wicked Witch of the West in Wicked. Number 3. Which 2 shows celebrated their 20th anniversary in 2019? It was Mamma Mia and The Lion King. Alright then, let's move on to number 4. And Juliet uses the music of which songwriter? It was Max Martin. Filled with chart-topping pop songs, and Juliet is. Question number 5. In Phantom of the Opera, what is the occupation of Christine's late father? He was a violinist. So sorry if some of you were caught out by cellist being one of the possible answers. No, he was a violinist. Number 6. Which 6 Queens featured song is Don't Lose Your Head? That song belongs to Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn, the answer to number 6. About 6. Number 7. Who wrote the music and lyrics for Matilda? It was Tim Minchin, who is probably more famously known as a comedian, but he's also been a musical performer himself. He played Judas in the arena tour of Jesus Christ Superstar, and yes, he wrote the music and lyrics for Matilda as well. Question number 8. Where does Elder Price want to be sent to for his mission in the Book of Mormon? Orlando! Because it's got SeaWorld and Disney and putt-putt golfing. Clearly, every Mormon's dream. So number 8 was Orlando. Number 9, what is the first name of the woman Hamilton has an affair with? Her name's Maria. And finally, question number 10. Which of the following do you need to do in order to be considered an honorary Newfoundlander? Kiss a fish. Specifically, a cod. However, a lot of those other answers could have definitely been true. Taking a shot of Screech. Screech is a type of alcoholic spirit that they have in Newfoundland that was named after a British pilot had some and screeched because it was that strong. Feeding a moose. Moose are very, very common in Newfoundland, so that could have been possible. Landing a somersault. I mean, I suppose that could be anybody's initiation ceremony, really, couldn't it? But the other 3 were definitely a little bit more wacky. But yes, kiss a cod, kiss a fish. Anybody who hasn't seen Come From Away, you probably think that I've gone absolutely crazy. But yeah, go and have a look at Come From Away. Right, so we're now moving on to our emojis round. Round 2, which have been really, really popular in the past. So I hope you've got 10 out of 10 so far. Let's see if we can get you up to 20 out of 20. So this first one with the up arrow, the building with the clock, and the musical notes was in fact... Oh, it's coming very, very slowly. High School Musical. High School Musical was number 1. Oh, you see, now people who maybe haven't done this before, you're now thinking, oh, that's how it works. And you'll be kicking yourself about some of the future ones that we've got coming up. So number 2, we had lots of felines with different facial expressions. Of course, how could this not be anything other than cats? Cats was the answer to the second question. Number 3, we had a boy with hands above his head, a red boxing glove and some ballet slippers. This was Billy Elliot. Billy Elliot. Question number 4, where again all you have to do is name the show from the emojis. We had an X and a number 1 times 1 once. The answer to number 4, once. Then we have number 5, where we had a foot and 2 white toilets. Footloose. Because we had a foot and 2 loos. Footloose. Footloose. Oh, I know. See, I threw you off by saying toilet, probably. Number 6, then again, just name the show. We had 7 brides for 7 brothers. 7 bride emojis for 7 emojis of men farm workers who all look the same. 7 brides for 7 brothers. Then we have number 7, where we had a camera with the bulb flashing, taking a picture, and a lady dancing. So that makes flash dance. Flash dance was number 7. And then for number 8, we had an old man's face with a violin and the tops of buildings. Fiddler on the Roof. Fiddler on the Roof for question number 8. Penultimately, we have number 9, where we had a lion's face. I was desperately trying to not say lion, but a lion's face and a crown. Of course, the Lion King. The Lion King for number 9. And finally, in our emojis round, we had the Rock On. Again, I was desperately trying not to say that. But yeah, we have the Rock On hand sign emoji, and a zombie emoji, and the theatre mask emoji. The Rocky Horror Show. The Rocky Horror Show for number 10. So, hopefully you have got 20 out of 20 as we head into our third and final round, the picture round, where we first asked you to name the performer. We wanted their first name and their last name. Number 1 is Angela Lansbury, and here she is originating the role of Mrs. Lovett in Sweeney Todd. However, you may better know her as Mrs. Potts. Yes, she played the voice of Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. Then we had number 2, which was to name the performer. Now this is Josh Gad, originating the role of Elder Cunningham in the Book of Mormon on Broadway. And you may be thinking, well, how am I supposed to know who that is, Josh? Well, Josh Gad also voices the very popular character of Olaf in the Frozen series of films. And he also played LeFou in the live-action remake of Disney's Beauty and the Beast that was released just a couple of years ago. Josh Gad, number 2. Number 3, we asked you to name the character. This is Dr. Orin Scrivello, who is the crazy mad dentist from Little Shop of Horrors, who meets a rather grim end right near the end of Act 1. I mean, he deserves it though, right? Exactly. Yep, Orin Scrivello, number 3. Number 4 was also to name the character. This is Kate Monster from Avenue Q. Written by the same people as the Book of Mormon, featuring puppets as well as live human actors who all live on Avenue Q in New York City. But it's a laugh-a-minute full of quite a lot of adult themes, so it certainly isn't for little monsters, is what they put on the posters, but it is a really fun show. Kate Monster for number 4. And finally, number 5, which says Rachel Tucker for some strange reason. This show, believe it or not, is not called Rachel Tucker. No, this show is called Rent. This is a picture taken from the original Broadway run of the production of Rent. So in the background, we've got Idina Menzel, who of course originated the role of Joanne in Rent. And some other familiar faces there as well. So I think Rachel Tucker was the answer last quiz. So I'm sorry that hasn't updated. So, there you are. That is the end of this week's quiz. I really, really hope that you have got 25 out of 25. Before you go, please let me know in the comments below how you've got on. I would love to give you a shout out and say well done. Please don't forget that tomorrow we're going to be announcing what our May quarantine activities are going to be, which are running every single week. So there is going to be plenty for you to get involved with in May, just as there has been in April. Stay tuned to all of our social media pages to get those latest and greatest updates. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok and YouTube. You can find all of our profiles at Inspo Theatre. And if you want to get in touch with us to find out any more about the group, the activities that we're running or how you can be involved, please do use any of the details on the screen here now. Just had a message through from Mel, 14 out of 25. That is brilliant. Well done, Mel. Thank you so much for playing along, and thank you to everybody else. I'm going to sign off in my usual way, which is to say, again, thank you so much to everybody for taking part. We hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please, please, please share with your friends, your family, and let them all know about the other fantastic theatre-based activities that are going to be announced tomorrow, that are going to take us through May to hopefully when we're going to be able to get back to face-to-face rehearsals. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening and of course the rest of your weekend. But most importantly, everybody, please stay safe, but keep performing. Good night.